Allison came running in being like, what are you doing? And I was totally asleep.
Busy weekends.
But we are like the consummate professionals that we are. We are here to do Sister Wives episode 20.
Will you put the lights on?
I will, but I feel like that looks good like this.
Oh, it does?
Do you think it looks better like this? What's better to you? I wonder if this camera makes it look better if we just this way.
Are you doing something?
What?
No, I like it better, but I do feel like, what is going on? I feel like we're too close to my face. Can you move that away from me? Yeah.
That better?
No further.
That's as far as it goes, babe.
I kind of look at Meri still as a friend, and I'm sure both of us will mutually get back to that place. I have hope that Meri and I would just be friends.
It's really convenient for you to say that now after you said you never even liked her. So now you can look at her as a friend. That's really convenient. Stupid.
And I wanted to talk to you guys about getting baptized.
Into that church.
Not into the church.
Why do they have to seem so disappointed and stressed
I know,
out?
it is as though she said, I'm
like,
pregnant.
I'm pregnant. This is what you're right. That's what the
And then for these super religious people, I don't understand. Like, obviously, getting baptized is in the religion. It's not, I don't understand. It's not like the church is branding her. It's just a weird response.
It's not about the church. It's about me finding my steps in finding my relationship with God and me kind of going, this is what I want to do. This is what I found.
Aurora is so nervous to talk. And I can feel myself like wanting to take care of her because her brow is so furrowed. She's so anxious.
Well, she can't say what she really wants. You know what? I am reading that book, People Pleaser, by
Ginger
Duggar. And this, like, right now, I feel like that's what I'm seeing happen. And Aurora's going to write a book about people pleasing after this.
Do you think that there's a component of that which is tied to the faith? Like these more extreme religions, the more intense religions, because they're pushing you so much to sort of operate in alignment with God's will. Are they really sort of creating a dynamic?
I don't think it's the faith. I think it's like the interpretation of leadership in the faith. So I feel like it's the interpretation of the parents in the faith causing it.
But could you have that extreme interpretation and not cultivate a people-pleasing attitude?
I feel like there's people that are in religion that are not people pleasers.
I'm not saying religion. I'm saying the more extreme, the more involved religions.
I think it has to do with women having to be subservient. And
you don't think, like, you think in the men it maybe doesn't happen that way?
I don't think it happens to the men. I think it's the women.
But that's tied
they have to serve.
But that's tied to the culture.
Yeah, but I don't know if it's the faith. I think it's the culture surrounding the faith is what I'm saying.
Okay.
Through my life, I found myself sometimes feeling just lifted, wind beneath my wings type of experience with God. And then other times I'm asking him where he is.
This is too much for me.
I'm just trying to be nice. I'm trying to not be, I so don't believe him. And I just feel like it's just a performance for him. You know, I understand he's having an emotional moment, but like, is he having an emotional moment, or is he thinking that a man of faith, a father of faith, would have an emotional moment and then just duplicating that behavior, mimicking the behavior?
I don't know. I was focused on Robyn's reaction, rubbing his back.
I didn't see that. Was she rubbing his back?
It was gross, yeah.
It's gross, man.
With that, I would like to ask you, would you baptize me with my pastor?
His face looks like, I don't want to do that at all.
I think that was I'm overcome with emotion face.
Oh, okay.
Well, I don't know, but it is the the roller coaster of emotions, right? She says, I want to get baptized. And Kody's like, better convince me this is the right thing. And then she explains it, and he switches from angry to, I never been more proud in my life.
Oh, wait, let's see.
To now overwhelmed with emotion.
I don't feel like that face was overwhelmed. Let's see.
Dreams just shifted. They became different. I do have a lot of dreams and nightmares, mind you. Where's David and all of this? And why am I married to Kody again? I don't know how this is happening.
Does it feel a little bit like they're driving? And Christine is like, it's a dream catcher. Here's my thing. And then the whole time Janelle's like, uh-huh. 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 You think that one of them is more expressive than the other?
Yep. I want to have a book on tape.
Nothing. I'm not even nightmares or anything like that. Oh my gosh, I wake up in a panic sometimes. You ended it really well, though, I think.
Well, I think really it was over a long time ago.
I do think what is fun for Christine and Janelle is that they have each other to talk about the same dude. Like, I mean, like Christine's like, oh God, I have nightmares about it. But you like ended it so well. And she's like, well, I mean, we were just slowly dying, you know, but like no one else like could relate. Relate. And so I think it's fun.
Did you really?
Yeah.
Get a reservation at Mariposa?
Yeah, I did.
And Christine likes to tease me that he was expecting more, and I don't know.
Nothing was on my mind, but we're in the friend zone.
Confused. Christine like thinks that he wanted sex?
Like to get back together.
I don't get it. I don't understand. Why is Christine joking about that?
Because I think like Janelle had been done with him for a long time. And then she's like, why'd you go to birthday dinner with him? And Janelle's like, well, I was lonely and whatever. You know, like the typical huge breakup sometimes when people like just want to hang out with their ex because they have nothing better going on.
It's nice to make the gesture of just leaving that life behind. Wow. Do you think they come in and empty it out once in a while?
There's two heads in there.
The more I get exposed to David, the more I like him. This plots is a good idea. You know?
What would we leave in there?
I don't know. What would you leave in there?
Car seat.
Yeah. I do think it's cool that David and Truly drove in the truck together. Like, you know what I mean? Like it's a bonding, get more exposure, get more one-on-one time. I think my sense is that they are doing it right, you know?
Well, and they probably wanted to film the conversation between Christine and Janelle.
It's more of a cynical view, but yes.
I was stunned. I was like, really? Okay, so I can help baptize you? I mean, they're not checking for my authority or...
It is weird. If I was gonna be skeptical of the emotive Kody, it is weird that he'd have a burst of emotion, first skepticism, and then emotion when she says, for the right reasons, I'd like to get baptized. But when she asks him to do it, he's not emotional. Like you would think that would be what would be triggering the emotion. You know what I mean? Like it feels like, I almost feel like he kind of forgot that was the mode he was in. And then, you know, I just don't find a lot of, I don't think he's sincere.
I don't think Aurora is either. I think this is very performative. So I can't get on board.
Oh, I think Aurora is. You think she's not?
No, I think this is a performance right now for TLC. I just don't buy it.
Really?
And so I remember we'd get to hotels always, and he never would say where he was going to stay.
I used to dread he would stay with me because he's such a disruption. I just want to have my own space.
There you go.
I feel like you would say that same thing.
What did Janelle say?
She said that she'd always dread if Kody was going to stay with her because he was a disruption.
Agreed. Christine was like hoping he'd stay with her.
Yeah, and Janelle's like, can you just go somewhere else?
I really wasn't paying attention to Kody's schedule. I was okay if he wasn't there, and I was okay if he was there.
Bullshit.
I don't believe
I do not believe that.
Look at that face. I feel like that face says it all.
I think that she has spent a lot of time worrying about Kody's schedule.
For me, I believe in retrospect that my style of living plural marriage was a little bit too flexible.
I think he should have taken like one of those basic like company tests, like insights, profile, so he knew like the needs of his wives. Like if Meri needed a schedule, should probably make one, and stick to it, because for planners, like the distress causes anxiety.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yes.
And so he clearly didn't want to change for a wife. But I would tell Meri, after reading Mel Robbins' book, to just let him, and you let me, and see if it's a deal breaker. That's what she would say. Can you tell I've been letting you?
No. Letting me?
Yeah. I haven't been nagging you about planning. I'm going to let you be you, and I'm going to then let me. That's what she said.
Is that what you're doing?
Yeah.
I think that's right. You have not. I mean, it's been a week, so. You were pretty aggressive when I was sleeping starting of this live stream. Made me hop up. Weren't letting me.
Would you have preferred I did?
No.
Okay.
Having the house was my dream. So you got that dream. What's your next dream?
Oh, I don't know. I need to find a man.
A dream man.
A dream.
Worthy up. That's her dream.
I feel like she's I mean, she doesn't need to find a man, but she could, she wants one. She can look for one.
I mean, I think this is, I mean, you're sort of watching, I would imagine, the start of her business, which is, it was Airbnb. That's what she was doing. She didn't want to do it anymore. And so then she pivoted and goes, what do I want to do? Help women that felt disempowered like I did. And then she creates Worthy Up.
Yeah.
I've dated a little bit. I've gone out on dates, and I am enjoying meeting people and talking to people, but I have not found my person yet.
What do you think about people in the chat are saying that she needs to spend more time on her own first? She needs to what do you think about the idea that she needs to find herself first before looking for a man?
I don't know what her time is. I feel like she is finding herself.
Yeah, I would argue that she's.
I feel like she didn't get a chance to date, and you have to date a bunch of frogs before you find the one. So she can date she can kiss some frogs, don't you think? Find out what she's looking for.
Yeah, I mean, what I would say is, I think on the one hand, she's been really alone in the marriage with Kody. It's not like she's not been connected with Kody, but I do think that she's been super deferential and codependent, in support of Kody. And so I would like for her to prioritize herself in a perfect world, prioritize herself and then find a partner. But I think at her stage of the game, I can imagine she's going to start looking. Well,
and I feel like sometimes I worry that if Kody said he'd take her back, she would go back.
I think she still would go back at this.
Yeah.
Maybe not now, but at this stage of the game, I think she's still.
Yeah.
Hold the flame.
Hold the torch.
Hold the torch.
I wish Meri well. I really do hope. I want all the good things for her, because I feel like she's been through the ringer. Bless her heart. She's very loyal. She hung out. She stuck it out because that was her belief.
I just wonder how the women stayed with Kody so long, knowing what they were knowing what he was doing to Meri, because eventually it was going to happen to them one by one. You know what I mean? It's like treating a waiter bad. Like, you can tell, like, when someone's not a good person when they treat, like, a waiter not nice or something. And I feel like they knew. And when was it that they really knew? And it had to be when he was so awful to Meri for so long.
I mean, my theory has been and continues to be that I think because of this show and because of the exposure on social media, I think that's the reason why all three of them left. I think that they grew up in an environment. I think they grew up in an environment where polygamy and the dynamic between husband and wife looked like that. I think it was how they thought the world worked that way, that you had to be deferential and that Christine could be a basement wife and that Janelle could work and give the money back to the family. Yeah, I think that you just be cranking out kids. I think that they thought that that's how it was, and it wouldn't have bothered them if they didn't have all of the fans pinging them, critiquing them, people like, you know what I mean? Just constant barrage of people saying, hey, you don't have to live that way. And then you have social media where they can go and look at other opportunities, Yeah. That's my theory.
Robyn said in the church, they teach that you're not divorced until you basically have sex with the next guy. Skip it all, go have sex with somebody, then that marriage is over.
I got to tell you, if I were there, I would have Christine's interpretation. No problem. I'll get a divorce muy rapido.
Let's do this.
Mm-hmm.
You know, that's the dumbest thing I've ever.
I can either go talk to a bunch of church leaders and plead for them to let me out of the marriage, or I just go hook up with David Woolley. Problem solved, right?
And they're always trying to revise history about how things were paid or what was paid.
Wait a minute. We worked together for so long, and I helped so much with these earlier years. Like, for me, it's like,
She helped with Sister Wives Closet. Did that make good money?
She didn't work. She had a nanny, remember? Like what?
But she did do Sister Wives Closet.
It never made any money. That's why it went down.
Okay, then she didn't make any money at all then.
Yeah.
Kind of a new life.
All right. Well, any?
I don't have a clue. I don't even have a clue how to order.
Make it fun.
I think we ought to try this thing I tried.
I would for sure do tequila. And the bartender needs to step up and say something, right?
I would do one that was a name that, like, I wish Christine was like, I'll have a slippery nipple. Just to see Janelle's face.
I mean, it's called slippery nipple.
Oh my God.
Really good.
Oh my God.
Ooh.
It's good, huh?
Woo.
That's not bad. That's an easy one.
That's smooth.
It's gonna go right to her
I'm
head.
feeling proud of Janelle.
no, I've never had a shot at a bar. I've never really even been in a bar.
I'm not sure I believe her, but it'd be funny if everybody's like, oh, one shot, and Robyn's like, oh no, I used to get down.
Well, you know that she, in her mind, when you watch her, she's reviewing all the times that she took slippery nipples or like did shots off of strippers in her mind. She's like, no, I didn't. You're like, oh, I don't believe you.
Back when she was a Diesel Jeans model.
When she's Diesel Jeans.
Okay, he said coming up in the spring on Sister Wives. So does that mean that is there a pause and then Sister Wives is starting later?
This spring on Sister Wives.
There's so many people that are like, she was.
So is there a pause between the now and the next Sister Wives episode? Chat, do you know? No, there are 26 episodes. 26 episodes?
What number are we on right now?
20.
Okay, so we have 6 more, and then we get to see.
This was a mid-season finale. This was a mid-season finale. Oh, I thought it was boring for a finale.
The engagement photos I want to see.
Yeah. What'd you think of this episode?
I just want to know what Meri is going to say about Robyn. Because I feel like finally, Meri. Why do we?
In the next.
I know. Why did we just tease that?
Get you coming back for more?
Okay, I'm coming back. I'm coming back to find out.
Did you like the episode? What'd you think?
I thought it was okay. I'm so tired of Kody, like listening to him and Robyn listening to her. I just like it's just like I don't know.
I think that I think I struggle with Sister Wives because I started watching it when there was like big drama. I started watching it when Christine was really getting frustrated and then leaving, and then it was sort of like drama-packed seasons. And so in an episode like this, like nothing really happened, and so I go like, okay, it was boring. But this kind of show, I think maybe just like this is the pace, like this is what the show is, and I maybe am not used to a slower pace.
Yeah. All right.
All right.
Well, thanks.
You seem like you're falling asleep.
I'm really tired, and I want to know what Meri's going to say about Robyn.
Well, you have to watch next season.